Hello, how are you guys doing? Audio might sound a little different from yesterday because I realized I didn't set up the limiters and stuff the same way on this one. So anyway, how are you guys doing? You guys doing good? It's Mice Day, yeah, and it's gonna be the last Mice Day for a minute. However, I do have another season planned. I feel like as far as like a lot of what I want to get done, we're barely getting into this series, but also I feel like I need to relax. So this story is a little heavy for a lot of people, and I think that's an issue for people. So I'm thinking we go with something a little lighter for a minute. Go with something that's a little easier on y'all. And then we come back to this once the world stops being a little bit on fire. I feel like it's an important story, but what heavier? Okay. We will be I think, you know, in replacement of this, I'll be doing something in the same universe as the Town of Nowhere, and we'll go from that and see how it do. Planning has already started on that series. I started planning it before this started coming out, and then I had a recent revelation to extend it. I'm kind of waffling a bit so that way we can stall, so that way more people can get in here and we can get the full team of people so that way you guys can do that. But hey, you know what time it is? It's time for me to tell you guys what happened last time and a summary of what's going on in this. So who here is new to March of the Mice? Anyone? I think that's a no. All right, well, I'm going to play the summary anyway, just to stall out a bit more time so people can come in, get their seats, and go from there. How's that sound? All right. I'm surprised at how long a hat and a tie... Okay. Anyway, here's the summary for the March of the Mice. If you've already seen this, then you're probably okay. Welcome to a primer on the March of the Mice, a Twitch plays D&D interactive choose-your-own-adventure style game hosted by me on twitch.tv/RevScarecrow. This is a primer to just let you know how to participate and what's going on. Every now and then, I'll ask what you guys want to do. You can either vote in the straw poll that I'll post in chat, or you can add options to it by clicking on the Add March of the Mice option down in the chat. The March of the Mice takes place in a post-human society where animals of various kinds have taken over as the major dominant species. Our story starts with Bree, the protagonist, having a nice birthday, hanging out with their father, and just hanging out with friends and having a good day in the nameless village that they grew up in the Falling Moon Kingdom. Unfortunately, though, they are drafted into the Council's army. The Council is made up of 4 different countries that are all working together as a sort of United Nations sort of front. The Council is currently trying to fight off a wave of random attacks from the Death Head pirates, as well as the Black Paw terrorist organization. And it is for this reason that Bree was enlisted into the army. After Bree goes through boot camp, they get assigned to a deer tank along with their childhood friend Abe and a neurotic little mouse named Greg. Leading this tank is Good Luck Charlie. This deer tank is on its way to the front lines, but on its way there to fight the Black Paw terrorists, they are going to have to make several different decisions and fight various different battles and act as not only military but also police in a variety of different situations. And now you know the basics of the March of the Mice. I hope you enjoy. New streams on the last Thursday of every month. I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. All right, so that's the catch up for anyone who missed it. Let's talk about what happened last time because it's been like a month. So last time you finally went through with the plans that you had for the invasion, the attack on the stronghold that was set up by the terrorist organization. It's PG-13 Redwall. Yeah, basically. Yeah. And we're told directly that you need to personally go into the tunnel system that was found underneath the fortress. While doing so, you ended up running into the big bad evil guy who easily defeated Bree in combat. And after realizing that he was kicking her butt and you just started crying, he basically showed mercy, and then you blacked out. And that brings us to now. That this is chapter 13. Last one of the season for now. Chapter 13. We go and bring up some music. How are the audio levels doing? We good there with that? You wake up with something massive standing over you. It's just sort of staring at you. Tiny bit too loud? I'll bring it down just a bit. You don't know where you are. You appear to be in some sort of tent. Whatever it is just standing over you, looking down. As far as your sense of smell goes, you can tell that it's probably some sort of owl, and it's just glaring at you. He says, beneath his mask, he says, "Oh, you're awake. You doing okay? I don't even know why you passed out, I'll be honest." So anyway, you're gonna stay here until we end up figuring out what we're gonna do with you, I guess. Boss man's gonna come in and he's gonna talk to you in a minute, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna be over here doing my thing. He stands about like 3 times your height, and he's wearing a ceremonial outfit that like basically no one wears anymore. It's a originally was used as a honor guard sort of thing, but he's an owl of some sort, and the idea with the mask is that all 4 sides have the face on it, and all of them have eye holes that allow him to see out. There's a bar that can be either pressed or not with his mouth in order to rotate his head without moving the mask, or rotate it with his head moving, which means that basically he can have simulated 360-degree looking without having that. And so he may or may not be looking at you right now. He may be looking away, or he may be looking just staring off into the distance. There's no way to know, which is the idea of the mask, is that he can basically just stand still and be looking in all directions at once. The Panopticon mask. That's a good description for it. I'm going to go ahead and open up Redemptions here. Let me go ahead and get that. Where is that? Holy crap. Do I not have that? For some reason, I don't have that. Where is that? Channel points? Is that where this is? Where is it? Community? Where did this go? Where did they move this to? Wait, did they get rid of it? That's gonna be a problem. Insights, community, activity. Luigi guy, do you know where this is? The thing. It's not channel points. Rewards? Partner. Stream. Monetization. Activity. Roles. Did they get rid of this feature? The channels points thing. To see people, like, redeeming stuff. I'm very sorry about this. Viewer rewards. And then channel points? No, that... Manage... No. Review request queue. There we go. Okay. Alright. And then I just want to look at the March of the Mice options. Complete all. Alright, cool. So that's your situation. You've been captured by the enemy. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and pause redemptions because that's a lot of things. Alright. And then I was given the thing to update this and have not done so yet. Though straw pull itself, I think, is working again. Thank you, Luigi Guy, by the way. So ask who he is. Check and make sure that all your body parts are there. I'm going to go ahead and reject that and just tell you that you appear to be unharmed. Scream? Sure. It's like a free action to check and see if you have all of your limbs. Ask if we can get a cool mask. Compliment the mask. Butt the floor? What does butt the floor mean? Ask him for a hug. Compliment his drip. Ask the Birdman if CSM are 2 busts in their most recent codex. No, they're not. I'm going to reject that. Ask the owl his name, and then allow multiple poll answers. Create. No, they're just good right now. Don't worry about CSM. Their secondaries are bad, so they're gonna do okay. I don't think that they're gonna be winning all the things all of the time. All right, there we go. Post. Vote. Vote. Twitter is doing some weird stuff right now, apparently. So now's a good time to be streaming. Vote. I'm going to go ahead and double check that you guys can vote by just voting for all of the things. Oh, it's only allowing me to vote. I had it where you could. I don't know what's wrong with it. Also, it's not registering the votes. Okay, cool. We're going to retry that. Strawpoll.com. Everything's breaking. Create poll. Let's try that again. All right. Answer 1. And then allow multiple choices. Click that right now. Ask who he is and what's going on. Thank you for the, how many months is that? 10 months of support. Oog board. Why not Zoidberg? Why Zoidberg in the first place? Hey, sir, where the fuck am I? That's a good question. Compliment the mask. What does butt the floor mean? Because if that's a weird thing, then we're not doing that. Bite the floor. Okay, I'm going to switch the U to an I. Ask him for a hug. Compliment his drip. Ask the owl's name. Okay. Double check. Unlimited choices. Create. All right, there we go. Vote! Oh, your voice, vote voice is very Zoidbergian. I guess it's gotten kind of that way. Hello. Let's see. All right, there we go. Now things are going well. I like the pie chart. It's completely unnecessary, but it's cute that it has a pie chart. Compliment the drip mask is kind of the same thing. I guess so. I mean, people are voting for the drip one more than the mask, so there's some sort of interpretation that they're different. It gives me a sense of perspective, for sure, for sure. And again, we do this based on consensus rather than, just top one wins. For example, right now, the top ones seem to be ask his name, ask who he is, where we are, what's going on, compliment his drip, and then, hey, where am I? So that, the general vibe is, what's going on, where are we, and you look cool. Can someone explain the panopticon thing? So the idea of the panopticon is that normally it's referencing like a style of building a prison where there's a central guard tower that looks in all directions that can overlook all of the different doors, but you can't see whether or not they can see you. So there's no way to know whether or not the people in the guard tower can see you. So they don't know. There's no way. Oh, there's not a mask. No, this is something I've invented, this mask. It's impossible for a single guard to look in every direction, but it seems like they could be, which is the same sort of vibe, actually. It's basically what this mask does, is it obfuscates which way he's looking, and the fact that the cloak looks the same on all sides means that there's no way to know which direction he's facing, even. Okay, so it looks like you guys want to ask his name, where you are, what's going on, and compliment his drip. You say, hey, who are you? Where am I? What's going on? And you look cool. Says, thanks. I'm a medic. You're in the medic tent, and I'm treating you. It doesn't look like there's anything wrong with you, though. I don't even know why you fainted. You good, dude? You hear, like, scratching sounds coming from the other side of the room, but... or coming from the other side of him. But can't make out what he's doing. What happened to the mouse that saved us? That's a good question. Should we do another, like, redemption thing? Let's get rid of the... Okay, hold up. Let's get rid of that. Then manage rewards, and then review requests, and then clear all of these, because those actually were all used. And now we can continue doing the thing like we're supposed to. Great. All right. Let's go ahead and open up redemptions again, and there you go. All right. Can I go home now? The head of the Black Paw Terrorist beat me up until pretty good, and I'm pretty sure he broke my ribs. What happened to the guy that knocked us out, Mr. Medic? Talk about what happened before this. Whose lines am I on? Crawl in the eye hole. Weird decision there. All right. Try to get up and walk. I'm going to reject this one from Twinkmaster because we're not going to ask if there's any twinks around here. Insight check. Is this dude lying, keeping secrets? Am I in danger? I mean, so far he's just told you the exact like, obvious things here, like, that, I mean, yeah. But I'll let it go. Just so I can think if there's anything that he is lying about. He hasn't said that much. I suppose he could be lying about whether or not you guys are in a medic tent or not. And whether or not he's a medic. Basically, that's the only thing he could have lied about. Are there any twinks? No. No. That's not really a thing that I've bothered to make here. I suppose there are twinks in the universe of the March of the Mice, but no. Like not here. I didn't, you know, representation problem. I didn't bother to write any twinks. The bear tanks are bears. Like, literally bears, not, you know, metaphorically bears. Vote. Why not vote? When I was doing the Does the Dog Die page, and it came to do the gays die, I'm like, well, all humans are dead, and some humans are gay, so yes? Like, I guess? But it wasn't explicitly because they were gay. It was because they were human. Like, I don't think that's what they were really going for when they were asking that question. Like, I don't think they expected a total apocalypse. Why does Twitch think that twink is hostile language? Okay. Okay. It looks like we've got some consensus now. You say, the head of the Black Paw terrorists beat me up, and I'm pretty sure he broke my ribs. And what happened to the guy that knocked us out? And can I go home? Well, I don't think he broke your ribs. You seem to be fine. I don't think he's the leader, because that's not really how it works. And I don't know. He's around here somewhere, I guess. He's doing stuff. He might be going and getting food. And that's going to be up to everyone else, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if you can really go home. That's not my job to figure out. Just got to make sure that you're okay. You look okay. Let's see. Let me go ahead. I haven't played How to Fool Boyfriend, so I don't know. Let's open up redemptions again. Can we see anything through the temp flap? It's pretty bright outside, and all you can see is really like the ground directly outside. You seem to be like above ground, which last time you were awake, you were below ground. So you've been moved from where you were. You're pretty far away to peek inside the mask, but I'll put it on the thing. Okay. Go ahead and Pause that. Can I have cheese? Get up and leave the tent. Do you work for the Black Paw? Can I have a hug for my emotional well-being? Check Twitter, critter. You don't have a phone. Also, phones don't exist. Can you tell me your name? How many people are here? Does anyone else know this place? Try to peek inside the cool mask. Can I have some food? Ask what happened to the king. I'm going to mark please perform CBT on me as complete because I'm going to use up your channel points because no, I'm not going to allow that answer. What's the plural of mice? Meese? It's mice. Vote. I can't stop you, but I can, like, at least waste some of your points if you're going to waste them. I'm pretty sure the plural of mouse is not moose. That's a different animal entirely. No, it's the same animal, just raised differently. Okay. Just like Pokemon. Vote. What if mice had moose tanks? I would assume like Canadian mice would. Like more northern mice. Okay. Looks like the votes have gone through. Looks like you guys are saying, can you tell me your name? Can I have cheese? Do you work for the Black Paw? And those are the top 3 by a decent amount. Cheese and can I politely ask for some food or drink? Kind of at about the same level. There's like a 4-vote difference, but it's kind of the same vibe. If you can't get cheese, I'll see if I can get something else kind of thing. You say, do you work for the Black Paw? What's your name? Can I have something to eat? Yep. That's what I do. And, it's Adam. It's nice to meet you. Like, I don't know. There's probably some food around here somewhere. I don't think we got any cheese. We can probably get you some soup. You want soup? You like soup? Because we got soup. Just singular Adam, not plural Adam. Just Adam. Okay. Cheese to meet you, Adam. Adams, plural, for some reason. Did I say Adams? It's just singular. One. He's just one guy. Adam. You said Adams? I swear. Okay. His name is now Adams. No, it's not. Can it be spelled? No, it sounded like there was an S sound. Okay. It's singular Adam. I'm sorry I mispronounced it. I do that sometimes. But to answer your questions in order, can you tell me your name? Yes, it's Adam. Yes, I work for the Black Paw. And yeah, we might have some soup if that works. What do you mean rigged? What part of that is rigged? All right, well, I can't go and get you soup right now because, like, I got to watch you and make sure you don't, like, run away or bleed out or something. But, I mean, again, like, I don't even know why you fainted. You should get that looked at, man. Here's a, go ahead and open up redemptions again. Let you guys do stuff. Store the owl's name in our mind as Adams, fully aware that we're wrong. All right. It's 10 requests. That's probably a good time to pause it and do thing. Refer to him as Adams, plural. If that one gets in the like top 3, any questions that you ask to him will be asked with Adams, plural. Can I shit? I need to shit. Okay, there's one where it's like, I haven't eaten in days. Can I leave? So if you go, hey, can I shit? I haven't eaten in days. That's a little weird. Like, just as an aside. Bro. So, if you're going to vote one of those, I would recommend not voting the other because they're, like, contradictory, I think. Like, I haven't eaten in days, and I need to shit. Vote. What if you haven't shit in days either? I mean, I guess you could be constipated. Do mice have a fight or flight response? I think everything does, right? Looks like he's going to be plural Adams now. That's not his name. You're allowed to refer to people as the wrong name. People do it all the time. It's just weird of you. Vote. Link it one more time in chat just in case. All right. All right, so it looks like you guys have decided to continue to refer to him as Adams, despite the fact that that's not his name. And you go, Adams. So are you guys like rich? Why do you pirate? What are your goals? Can I leave? He says, no. Went ahead and tied you to the floor so that way you can't go anywhere. So I'd rather you like didn't. Makes it a lot easier for me to do my job if you just like stay here for a minute. Like, just at least until we figure out what we're doing here. So if you can just like chill, that'd be great. Also, my name's Adam. And no, we're not. I don't know why you think we're rich. I don't know where that's coming from. I've got a tent. I mean, it's nice. But I don't know where you're getting that. Like, we're constantly on the run, being hunted down for basically no reason. Like, I don't really know why you're going there with that, but okay. Property ownership is a sign of wealth. Dude, What the hell are they telling you over there? Like, what? Go and open up redemptions again. Oh, wow. And that just closed everything all at once. That's cool. Give me a second to bring everything back up. I love the I love the one where it's just, what is that? Apologize for calling him Adams and then continue to call him Adams anyway. All right, I'm gonna head out. But try and bite his face in a cute way. Confess your sins against mice kind. If you're being tailed and attacked for no reason, then what are your goals in this crew? Apologize to Adams, but then continue to call him Adams. Could you tell us a story? He tied me to the floor. That's not a really good first impression. Create poll. I love how all of them still continue to refer to him as Adams, despite that continuing to not be correct. Vote. Vote. Looks like it's slowing down. You apologize to Adams for calling him Adams. You say, sorry, Adams. I know your name's not Adams. I don't even know why I did that. Anyway, Adams, why'd you tie me to the floor? This isn't a great first impression. Well, neither is rolling in a whole bunch of tanks and trying to blow up our fortress. Like, I don't even... So, you know, there's that. Weren't you captured inside the base? Like, you know... Not cool, man. If you're being tailed and attacked for no reason, then what are your goals in this crew? Well, this is our land. It has been for a while. I don't know what the hell they're telling you, but yeah, this is ours. So we're just defending our territory. So there's that. Could you tell us a story? No, I'm kind of busy right now doing a not that. Continue to be tied to the floor. You hear a flap from the tent entrance as someone enters. It's the guy who knocked you out in the last session. Are our hands tied too? No, you're just tied to the floor. How's Hero doing? I don't know. He seems alright to me. Is that a game you're playing? Yeah. Is it anything like Perfect Break? No. Not at all. Okay. The guy who knocked you out, the guy who you presume to be the leader, has walked up. Yo, you want to play Perfect Break? No. The owl is apparently playing with something on the other side of his body here, and is just stood ramrod straight while paying attention to it and not you this whole time. I'm going to open up redemptions to allow you to do things. The guy who knocked you out last time comes up to you and says, so, how are you doing? You doing okay? All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause redemptions and go ahead and... Cool tail axe. Hey, you guys my dads now? Adopt Adams and the guy who knocked you out as your new dads. Yell, 2 new dads! And then boggle. It's a weird thing that rats and mice do where their eyes just go kind of weird. Look it up. Can I have some food? Why do you call me he? Everyone knows not to call me sir. What? Forcefully adopt knife tail or tail knife as your new dad. What? They do this little like with their eyes. It's weird. Vote. It's reference to the training camp when we told the boot camp guy not to call us sir, and we yelled, yes, we were a pretty girl, lol. Oh, okay. It was like 6 months ago. I didn't expect anyone to reference that. Four of the options are looking for a dad. There is seriously like a dad energy thing going on with the comments here. I don't know why, but you know. There's that. Vote. Chat has some daddy issues. I'm not your therapist, and they're not your dad. I can't help you with that. This roleplay thing we're doing isn't meant for that. Let it stream. Okay. You say, "Can I have some food?" Yeah, I think that they're just wrapping up making or finishing with the soup right now. If there's still some left, I'll go and get you some. And then you say, "Hey, buddy, can you fill us in on what the fuck just happened between you knocking us out and then now? Also, your tail axe thing is cool." Well, I knocked you out. Sorry about that. You were trying to kill me, I think. And I figured we'd have a little bit of a talk about that, actually. So here's the deal. I kind of want to know what your deal is. Like, are you here because you want to be, or like, what's going on? Are you here because you want to be? We can just like that run that one through chat, like unless if you guys want to be more specific about it. Absolutely hell no, dude. I don't mean like in this camp with us. I mean like at war. Okay, so let me go and open up redemptions. We can be more specific about things. We were drafted, and we'd like to go back to the nameless town where we came from. Do you have any interest in going back to the army that conscripted you? I'm just here to play Perfect Break. I like that shits is one of the options here. I'm going to reject shitting just on the floor. I miss my friends. I don't miss war. I miss my friends, but no. Violence breeds violence, but it has to be this way. Fuck no. We'll turn traitor right this second. Please take us. Shits again. Okay, I'm gonna reject that again. We're not doing. You're not gonna shit on the floor. Let me see if we can just get consensus based on what was posted here. So, got drafted. Hate it being here. Yes, I want to slaughter the men and not just them, but the women and the children. Don't know as if that's the same vibe as everything else that's going on here, but I'll go ahead and put it in there. PogChamp, I guess. Rev Pogbot. Weird timing, but all right. Got drafted. I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little fella. Okay, we'll go ahead and... I mean, a lot of these kind of have the same idea that, like, you guys don't want to be at war. I just want to go home. Is another consistent thing. There's also this one that says, fuck no, we'll turn traitor right now. The second, please take us. I'm going to reject all these just because they're the same kind of vibe, and then I'm just going to let it go with the, like, a handful of options. Because they're all kind of the same, and I don't know which one to reject to give points back to. So, there you go. Basically free options, since they were all kind of the same thing. I really don't know how to continue with this. What about mine? We were drafted to help defend the Falling Moon Kingdom with the pirates. That one probably should have been in there as well. It's kind of the same vibe as we got drafted one day. I was a beetle farmer. That's why I you know, left it out of the poll, but it's kind of the same thing, right? I guess it's different. It's a little different. Okay, fair enough. I did reject it though, so you did get your points back. I apologize. It's just so many options were kind of check the poll comments. You can do that. My sounds like my second name, John Mouse sound. Okay. Half the votes say, no, we don't want to be here. I'll turn traitor right now. I don't feel like that's enough people saying that right now, Pingal, to justify having that as one of the things you guys say. And in fact, the only one that's getting a majority of the votes is I got drafted one day. I was a beetle farmer. I was, drafted to fight the pirates and the terrorists, and, just ended up here. Does that sound about like accurate on what you guys want to say? Okay, cool. He sighs and he kind of just stares at you for a minute. I'm gonna be honest. It's never been my intention to do this, and it doesn't seem like it's yours either. I'm gonna give you a choice as far as what I can actually guarantee. I used to be king. I'm not anymore. And I don't want to be. But people still treat me like king every now and then. So I'm going to give you some options, and you can tell me what you think of them. We're going to have a meeting later on today about what we're going to do in general. I don't know where your headspace is at. I don't know what you want. But if you'd like, you're welcome to stay with us. Alternatively, we can let you go. We'll tie you up, blindfold you, throw you somewhere that you'll get picked up by someone wandering down the road. We'll make sure that someone's coming along. And you'll be rescued. You can come up with whatever story you want to have on what happened. And you'll be able to go back home to whatever home you can have. I would imagine that if you try and go back to your hometown, though, that you're going to be expected to come back to the warfront. And if you do that, if you come back here, if I see you again, and if I see you again on the other side of the lines, I will kill you next time. I'm giving you the choice to walk away from this. You can have the choice to desert. You can have the choice to defect. Or you can have the choice to go back and fight me. But I can't guarantee that everyone else here will be willing to let you join. But I can throw some weight and make sure that that's an option for you if that's something you want to do. I'm going to go and open up redemptions again so you guys can decide to do things. Can I shit? No. Take me, king. I'm gonna reject that. Wait, was that... Did you mean that in a horny way or a... I'm going to have him interpret that as you want to join him. I'm gonna go ahead and pause redemptions. Is that a challenge? Call him a bitch. Power play, tied to the floor, outnumbered. Call him a bitch. All right. Get him to tell us his side of the story so we can get a better idea. Thanks, Dad. What if you just cripple us a bit? Like, break our leg a bit so we can't do war anymore. Do you want me to defect? I want to go to the meeting if the Rat Lord demands it. Can I have some soup first? I'm not sure. Are you guys working for the Death Head Pirates or with them? We want to go home. That's all we've been trying to do since we got drafted. Usurp? Can we join if we're horny about it? No. What do you mean by usurp here? Like, you wanna, like, kill this guy so that you can be the leader of the Black Hand? Is that your attempt here? Okay, so that's apparently what that means. That's what that one means, according to the person who set it up. That one means I would like to attempt to murder him, despite the fact that I'm tied to the floor, unarmed, he's armed, and I'm outnumbered. It's an ambitious plan, you're right. It's very ambitious. Whoa. All of your things that you've tried to do are shit, Tita Titanium. I don't know what you want me to do with that. All of your ideas are shitting. Not that they are shit, but all your ideas are the word shit. All you want to do is shit the bed. All right. Currently in order, winning is get him to tell us his side of the story. Can I have some soup before I make this decision? And what if you just, like, break my leg or something so we can go back to our family? We'll get you soup. I'll untie you and we can go have that soup. I'm sure you are thirsty or hungry. I don't know if they're feeding you enough. I don't know what they're telling you. I have no idea what they are saying to their population. As far as we can tell, we've been labeled as terrorists, no better than the Death Head Pirates. But a long time ago, as you may remember, the Black Hand was one of the regions that was associated with the council. After we decided to get rid of our royal line and work through a more direct contact method of voting, we were taken off of the council. Our land was divvied up amongst the remaining nations, particularly mostly the Sanguinary Line and the Garden Wall. Ever since that point, we've been attempting to hold the ground that we rightfully own. And have been doing anything within our power to hold the borders as we can. What if you, like, break my leg or something? Could that be chill? Then I can go back to my family. What? You really... I mean, I guess we could do that if you really want. But, maybe... Let's get some food in you before we start breaking your legs. How's that sound? I'm gonna go ahead and untie you. Both me here and Adam are gonna go ahead and make sure that you don't do anything. And, let's get you some soup. How's that sound? Okay, I'm gonna, make a new pull. You're untied and let outside. There's a bunch of people just wandering around in what looks like a temporary encampment. There's smoke coming out of one of the tents near the back, near some sort of like stone structure that's been cobbled together, and just people meandering around. You smell some soup coming from the tent with the smoke. Is it burning? No, there's just like a vent for it. I'm gonna go ahead and open up redemptions and allow you guys to do a thing. Talk to the paperboy. Also, episodely reminder that this story has been something that I essentially wrote going on like 10 years ago as like, you know, the broad strokes of the plot here. So any sort of prescience is unintentional. 10 is probably too long. It's been a while. It is concerning to be right about things. I don't like being right about things. I just realized that with the Town of Nowhere format, I could write this story in a way where I didn't have to write all of the words. I could just have chat do part of the work for me. Even if it means that I have to give up. Is this story improvised? How to write it when... you know, basically it's like writing a D&D campaign. Yeah, like, you know. There's a vote. So, like, broad strokes, like, obviously, Bree is not a character that I could have anticipated within reason. Did I not get the I'm at soup option? Vote. What's you slurping? You would be you slurping all of the soup, I would assume. That stuff is not at all like... Some of the hiatuses were in relationship to current events and just didn't seem like a good time for it. So, can we get soup as a free action? If soup wins, then yes, soup is free. But going and getting soup needs to be the decision that you need to make. Rat King is referring to the religious figure, not the knife tail. Yeah. It is a free action once you have soup to eat soup, up until you run out of soup, in which case you're out of soup. That is how soup works. Those are the mechanics of soup in this game. You decide to, instead of doing the thing you said you were going to do while being, you know, guarded by two different larger than you creatures, approach the blind gentleman and say hi. Say hi. I don't recognize your voice. Who are you? This is Bree, says the former king. He's the one we captured. We're, you know, walking him around so he can go and get some soup. Oh, all right. Well, I don't see anything wrong with that. I think I'll be leaving, though. Seems like you're not exactly the most favorite person around here. He wanders off, going about whatever he was doing prior to you having this conversation with him. You decide to go and get some soup, because that was the second most one on there. At the tent, there's a small sparrow, I guess relative to you, average-sized sparrow. Seems to be cleaning up what is the remnants of what would have been a lunch. Do we have our scarf? You have your scarf. She turns to look at you and says, "Oh, you're awake. Is there anything I can do for you?" Soup. Can we have some soup? Soup, please. I guess we don't really need redemptions for this. I would like a bowl of soup, please. I just turned off the fire, so it's a little bit cold. I hope that's all right. Everyone's doing the, "Oh, you're finally awake, eh?" That's literally what this image was called. That's okay. You're given a bowl. She does her best to scoop out some soup out of the pot and gives you a little bit. It's vegetable based. It smells nice. Eating soup is a free action. Just let me know if you want to eat soup at any point. If you want to do anything else other than eat soup with the soup, let me know. Can we say thank you for the soup? Thanking someone for soup is also a free action. I'm at soup. Find dirt to put in this. Okay, how about we go ahead and open up redemption so you guys can have a conversation with the soup lady. You don't have enough soup to bathe in it. Go a couple more. All right. There we go. That should be enough for now. Can we get your name? Compliment my drip. Or compliment the drip. Compliment Soup Lady's drip. This one was second. So I'll go ahead and reject that one. Ask the bird lady what she doing. She's cleaning up the soup. Compliment the lady's hat. Again, that's kind of this. I guess it's a different vibe. Compliment the face on the soup pot. Shout, I'm at soup. May I sacrifice my leg for the soup? Ask who she is. How long have you been a part of this community? Slurp the soup loud enough as a sign of appreciation. Yummy soup. Good soup. I'm going to combine these two because it's kind of the same vibe. So, comma, good soup. Can we talk about the face drawing on the soup pot? Some of these drawings aren't my best that I've ever done, I'll be honest with y'all. It's the opposite of the town I know where is bad soup. It's good soup. The art is fine. I can't stop looking at the pot. I'm sorry. Vote. Go ahead and link it again, just in case. Vote. The art is very cute and fitting for the series. It's kind of what I'm going for, like cute storybook style. I think I've talked about this before, but the intro to was it I was resurrected as a bookworm or whatever it is, was like, oh, that's how I do the art. I do the art like that. It's cute war. Yeah, it's adorable warfare. Just a few war crimes while looking at picture books, you know? How long have you been a part of this community? You ask. She takes a moment to think about her answers. And she says, well, pretty much forever. At least since this whole thing began. Don't really intend on being here, but, you know, you do the right thing. Are you in contact with the merchant crows? A door fair. I see what you're doing there. It's like Mouse for babes. I haven't read Mouse. I should. Are you in contact with the merchant crows? She kind of like tilts her head and looks at you for a moment and says, she gives a small little chuckle, just like almost a tweet of a chuckle, and says, no, not regularly. That's not my job, but can you give me your name? Are we bird racist? You're being bird racist again. This is like if I had a quarter for every time you guys were bird racist in one of these series, I'd have like $1. It's not a lot, but it's weird that it keeps happening. I'll be honest. Well, that's a sparrow and not a crow, so, you know, there's that. We're children, cut us some slack. I guess. We're traumatized. Can you give me your name? Sure. Are you planning to stay with us? It's Abigail. Thank you for the soup. It looks yummy. You can, and then you want to go find a place to sit and eat soup. Being a teenager means bird racism isn't a big deal. Abigail's plural for no reason. We're just doing that now. You're just giving everyone a plural. Everyone is plural. Do you want to go and eat your soup in peace for a moment? Or do you want to continue this conversation? You go find a nice, comfortable spot to sit down on the stone steps. Just drink your soup and eat your soup, or whatever you do with soup. You slurp a soup. You're a you souper. You're a you slurper. You just sort of sit there with the former king of a country you didn't even know existed, and some weirdo who just is sort of here, Adams, as you call him, having a soup. Just staring out at the temporary village that exists in front of you. We'll be having that meeting soon. I don't know what you want to do, but you should think about how exactly you want to address everyone in the meeting if that's what you want to do. We can get you on the docket where you can have, you know, decide what you want to do. You make some loud slurping noises as you think over your options. I've opened up redemptions again. Puke from eating a little too fast. Okay. Hey, Dad, do you have a name? Knifetail. What's your name? I want to say it with you, Rat King. While I sympathize with your predicament, the only reason I survived St. Greg's place was pure chance. I'm not a fighter. I want to go home. Rev Bucket. I'm just going to reject that one because there's nothing to... How was it being king? Please spare my friends. They're still enlisted. I would like to make a small permanent wound that would get me discharged. Where is the milk? What? The fuck does that mean? All of these so far have made sense. I don't know... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with the context of what's happening. There's no soup or milk. You have soup. You're eating soup. You can't eat milk. There isn't milk. Do mice drink milk in this universe? Is it from cows? You know, I really didn't think about that. I would assume that, like, mice are mammals, so I think they would drink milk to some degree. Like, when they're babies, but, like, you know, not all the time? Vote. Oat milk? Oat milk? What is oat milk? Is it sort of like almond milk? Where it's like... I did not know that about milk. Yeah, it's not really a great idea to try and milk something like... Imagine trying to milk... You know what? I'm going to finish that sentence because anywhere I go with that sentence, you're gonna say some weird shit. Volt. In the stories episode, you said there was almond milk, I think, or something similar. Sure. You continue to drink your soup, and you say, "Well, I do sympathize with your predicament. The only reason I survived St. Greg's place was pure chance. I'm not a fighter. I want to go home. I would like to get a small permanent wound that will get me discharged. Please spare my friends. They're still enlisted." All of these, I mean, like, there's a 5-point spread between, or I guess an 8-point spread between it and I want to go home. I want the pirates to stop raiding our villages, and you people to stop blowing up the legs of our deer. Okay, so I'm going to try and respond to all of the ones that are, like, fairly close. While I sympathize with your predicament, the only reason I survived St. Greg's place was pure chance. I'm not a fighter. I want to go home. That sounds reasonable, all things considered. I don't know as if they're going to let you. You're a bit of a hero. Everyone knows you. We're able to, survive St. Greg's place. They're propping you up as a hero. Last I heard, they were even building a statue in your honor. Probably in absentia and in, well, memorial at this point. I think they fully expect you to die. A hero, a martyr that they could just leave to die and continue to justify the fight that they have here. So, Knifetail, what's your name? Knifetail is fine. It doesn't really matter, does it? I would like to get a small permanent wound that would get me discharged. I suppose we could work that out. Please spare my friends. They're still enlisted. You know that we don't have a choice in that. We can't just let them walk in here and take our land, right? This is our home. They're here to kill us because we don't share the same rule of governments that they do. You realize that the only reason that we spared you is because I realized that you were a child being set up for failure. I want to go home. I want to stop the pirates from raiding our villages and you people from blowing up the legs of our deer. I don't know specifically what you're referring to on that last bit there, but we will do what we need to in order to protect what's ours. We don't appreciate the actions of the Sanguinary Line or the Falling Moon Kingdom. They use their prisoners as slaves, as lessers. The fact that they're allowed to do that that is not the country that I want to be a part of. And I don't think that I'll ever be a part of it. I think I've been forced out of that. I think at the end, you vaguely remember at some point that there was, thinking back, way back to like episode 8, I guess, that there were some prisoners that were being forced to push the octopus around in the Falling Moon Kingdom. They're not seceding. They were just a different country to begin with, and then they got invaded. What do you mean you don't know about blowing up the legs of deer? Well, I mean, we do use a lot of tactics in order to win this war. What can I say? You came in there blowing up our fortress as well. And as far as the pirates go, we have nothing to do with that. As far as we can tell, they're being used by the Sanguinary Line in order to further expand into the Falling Moon Kingdom. Once they can cripple them enough, as far as we can tell from what we've heard from the bird merchants, that they intend on invading the Falling Moon Kingdom as soon as they're done with this expansion into our territory. They're slowly working them out of the council. You've probably already seen that. You continue to slurp on soup. I'm gonna open up redemptions so you can say more things. Sob into soup. Crying into soup is the freest action. Because crying is a free action, as is eating soup, and that's basically the same thing. Do a spit take into the soup. So you begin crying a little bit because this is all a bit much, and you continue to eat your soup, so you're like... Tell them about Greg. Sneeze on the nearest entity. Joe's in the soup. Rejected. Okay, cool. That's probably enough. Complete all. Complete all. Exercise your democratic right to cry into soup for a free action. Copy and paste. Vote. Wait, did I post the right one? I did. Okay, cool. Vote. Vote. That vote is so consistent, it makes me think that I'm on a skateboard. What?
Revolt.
The hell? I don't have a screen region for that? Oh, that's not good. I don't. Okay, that's great. Huh. All right. So King Ava is just an open secret. He kills his own soldier. He was gonna shoot me back there. I wouldn't be surprised. He doesn't have much sympathy for the Falling Moon Kingdom. He has really no reason to. As I said before, he fully intends on conquering the region as soon as he can. So the idea that, you know, he needs to care about them is somewhat irrelevant when you think about it. If you died back there from a shot in the back, that would be about the same for him as if you'd gotten shot by us. You end up being a martyr for the Falling Moon Kingdom. You show their weakness. You prove that they're incapable of fighting a war. He further pushes his claim that he is the rightful ruler of the council and that the Falling Moon Kingdom has no justification in what it does. They're gonna invade the Falling Moon? What about my family? I'm from there. Well, I think you can see exactly what happens when the council decides to go to war with a region. I feel like I'm probably one of the most well learned on that subject. You say, sitting in a camp in the middle of nowhere, presumably, surrounded by random people. What would happen if I choose to join? Well, you'd be expected to do what you can. Some of us can't fight. Some of us make soup. Some of us take care of medical concerns. Some of us just know how to run a meeting. What do you mean the Sanguinary line is using pirates? Well, they can't do an all-out attack on the Falling Moon Kingdom. They need to whittle away whatever resources they've got first in order to have that fight go easier. It's a proxy war. They're paid to do the raids exclusively in the Falling Moon Kingdom in order to strain what military resources you have. Once the Falling Moon Kingdom is weak enough, then it won't take more than proving that he's the strong man leader that he says he is. So the guys that killed Abe's dad weren't actually pirates. They were actually pirates. They were just part of the Death's Head's pirates that were being paid by, according to this king here, we were being paid by the Sanguinary line in order to these guys aren't the pirates. No, this is the Black Hand. This is the Black Hand terrorist organization who there's two different groups that you're referring to there. There's the Death's Head's pirates, and then there's the Black Hand. Death's Head's pirates did the attack on St. Greg's Place. They also killed Abe's father, and were the reason that Abe wanted to enlist Black Paw. Excuse me, not Black Hand. Same vibe. It is Black Paw. I just fucked up. On nights before March on the Mice, I tend not to get good sleep. It's important to me. I'm gonna open up redemptions. Go ahead and go for it. Crying is free action. You cry more. I'm going to go ahead and pause redemptions here. I want to join you and become a soup maker with the nice bird lady. Spin around. If I join you, you must promise me that you will do everything in your power to protect the innocence of those that unwillingly enlisted. Become radicalized. Go before the council and make your statement on stuff. Why can't we be friends? Do you think there's a way for me to save my friends and family, either in the military or back home? Create poll. Copy and paste. Yeah, I mean, it's more just like, I mean, a lot of the Town of Nowhere, March of the Mice, this sort of thing is, you know, obviously March of the Mice has a lot more, like, art that goes into it, like the drawing bits, but a lot of the time, like, you know, because it's just still frames, like, and the things that happen are just conversations that I've come up with in my head, like, a majority of the work outside of, like, making the scenes is, you know, thinking. So I'll just go on a walk or I'll just wander around the apartment for a minute, just thinking, like, okay, what's going to happen in this session? How are we going to, like, you know, do all the things? Vote. That thinking a whole bunch is what I do right before bed while I'm trying to sleep. So vote. I think you spend 90% of the time about how I'm going to say vote. I'm like, yeah, I got to get this vote thing right. Like, fuck the story, fuck the art. The only thing that matters is, can I go vote? Right. I mean, that was wrong. I got it. Okay, hold on. I'm going to try again. Vote. Vote. It's like I'm putting the words under my tongue. I don't know if that makes sense. That's kind of how I'm doing it. But the tongue stays connected to the floor of my mouth. Vote. All right. You continue the very serious conversation while crying into your soup. You say, do you think there's any way for me to save my friends and family, either in the military or back home? If King Ava has his way, then no. I don't see any reasonable way that you can do that aside from putting an end to this war. As soon as the war ends and King Ava is no longer able to do what he's trying to do, then your family and friends will be safe. But this is not a war of our choosing. We are not aggressing out of our own territory. So I can promise you that the Black Paw will not be coming for your family. That's a question for someone who, I don't know, someone other than me. If I were to join you, promise me that you would use your power to protect the innocents and those unwillingly enlisted. And how exactly do you expect me to make sure that those who were unwillingly enlisted are saved? You know, a majority of soldiers don't break down crying as soon as they see combat. A majority of soldiers, when they're put into a situation where they have to fight for their life, will do so. I don't know how I'm supposed to identify who's there willingly or not. How many people have been told the things that you've been told and are there willingly at war with us because they are told the things that you've been told? Are they willingly participating if they did not have the full story? Does that mean that we're supposed to roll over and not fight? Do you know anyone here with these names? List all of your siblings' names. I don't know any with that name. No, I'm sorry. Can you just go before the council and prove King Ava is using the pirates? Maybe they'll eject him from the council and turn on him. So your plan is to waltz all the way into the Falling Moon Kingdom, past all the security checkpoints, past all the people that have been trying to kill me for years now, stand before the council, walk into the council's chamber without being assaulted, and then explain a situation which King Ava can easily argue away by just saying that that's not the truth. I'll tell you something. The Falling Moon Kingdom didn't start this war, but they are a part of this war, a willing participant of this war. They wanted this war. Who exactly on the council do you think you're going to try and explain this to that doesn't want to just expand their land? All right, opened up redemptions again. Marie Antoinette, King Ava. I don't know if that's gonna work. I've opened up redemptions for you guys to make your decision. He turns to you and he says, "The meeting is starting soon. We're going to have to probably put this conversation on hold, but assassinate the whole council." All right, I'm going to pause redemptions again. I will become the council, destroyer of. Let me know how that's supposed to finish, because that didn't seem like a full thought there, everyone in the universe. Offer to talk to the council instead on, for Knifetail instead. Assassinate the whole council. It's going to be planned to assassinate the whole council. That'll be something for next season if that's what you guys decide to go with. Pee on the council. You can address your... We're not doing that, no. I could go back and knife a bitch. Propaganda caused a lot of the citizens to go against you. Maybe we can find a way to do that against them. Yeah, it's totally good, Prelude. I understand. You have a good one. Create poll. Copy and paste. Yeah, it's kind of why this series is taking a hiatus, because imagine knowing all of the stuff that you know now, but from the beginning. I've had a slightly different experience with this series than y'all have. Vote. Propaganda caused a lot of the citizens to go against you. Maybe we can find a way to turn them against the kings. I don't know. When we can figure something out. Killing King Ava could be more trouble, but we can't go on like this. Maybe I can stay a while longer. There's about 7 votes difference there. It's closing the gap. Propaganda caused a lot of the kings to go against you. Maybe we can find a way to turn them against the kings. I think you might be discounting how much power the government of the council has over its people. People still call me king around here, and I've absolutely gone against everything about that because I didn't think that was fair to be born into the ability to tell people what to do. I don't know. We could figure something out, like kill the king or something. It could cause more trouble, but we can't go on like this. Agreed. This has to stop. And then there's a 1 vote difference between these two completely contradictory things. So I'm just going to ignore both of them. One says maybe we can stay for a while longer. The other one says request fair passage back to home and speak with our family. And then have an option open to return and fight with the Black Paw. Well, I think that the meeting needs to go ahead and happen. And you guys can think about your decision during the meeting and kind of decide if you want to be a part of this or not. Anyway, as you're, sitting there having that conversation with the king, time slowly turns to night, and people start coming out of the tents. Seems like you've only seen a handful of the people as the stairs fill completely, with you being huddled in between the former king and the weird bird guy, Adam. The meeting begins, and a tall, shy-looking mouse comes up and stands in front of everyone with a list of paper. It says, all right, so I see that we have a new face here, so I'm going to go ahead and explain how things work around here. I will be going around. If you want to be on the list, just make sure you get my attention, and I'll put you on the list, and then we can add your topics to the discussion in order, and we can talk about all the different things that we need to talk about here. And we don't clap when a motion is passed. Instead, we wave our limbs, hands, arms, wings, whatever you have, in order to make sure that we don't interrupt other people trying to have say their against things. We ask you not to clap, as it will interrupt other people who are trying to speak. Does anyone want to be on the docket? I know that we have Adam has previously come up to me and asked me if he could come and speak for us. So Adam, if you want to go ahead and come on up here, I'm going to go around and see if anyone else wants to be on the list. With that, she goes up towards the steps and starts talking to random people. Adam gets up in front of everyone. Again, it's kind of impossible to tell whether or not he's looking at you or not. Last time you checked, technically he would be looking to the left or something, but it's possible that he's been, moving the mask in such a way that it's not possible that he moved, and he could be looking at you or not. Who knows? He says, I think it's fairly dangerous that we've got the water coming just from down the stream. Concerns me greatly that the only source of water we have is directly tapping into the water supply that they know. I think that we should try and maybe dig a well or consider moving to a different area in order to make sure that we have sustainable water supply, because this does not seem like a safe way of getting drinking water. There's some murmurs of discussion as that's going on. During this, first off, do you want to be on the list of people to go up and speak in front of everyone in order to make your case? So that's going to be, how about I just do a poll that's yes or no? What would you even say? Like, I'm just going to put yes or no. And then once you get up in front of them, you can decide what you want to say. I would like to leave. Fuck you guys. I want to stay. Those are all options. I'm not going to make this multiple choice because yes and no are completely contradictory. But you guys can decide where that's going from, or where that's going after you've had this. After you get your chance to speak up in front of everyone. Generally speaking, most people in the crowd seem to have ignored what Adam is saying here and believe that Adam is, kind of making too much of a big deal out of this, and his motion is not passed. Next up, we have we have Sarah here. She says she has a very important announcement. You take it away. Hey! Everyone listen up. My kid got something to say. A small kitten comes out from behind. I like the suit, and I think you guys are cool. Everyone waves limbs in appreciation of this. The motion is passed unanimously. Does anyone else have any other pieces of business that they want to bring up? Tim. All right, Tim, go ahead and come on up. Hey, so honestly, I think we should just call it quits at this point. Like, things are a lot better for everyone else in the Sanguinary line, and so I think we just I think we should have someone else take over. I don't think we should be doing this anymore. I don't think there's any point to this war. We're not going to win. There's no point. General booing happens. Though it's not with protocol, he's generally just booed, and he goes, all right, fine. He walks and sits back down where he was. L plus ratioed. It looks like Bree wants to speak. Bree is the person we picked up at the last fight. Everyone, please be polite. They have something that they want to say. I didn't draw a separate art for Bree, so we have this old as hell drawing of Bree. I apologize. That's what I was looking at earlier. You're now standing in front of a majority of the army that captured you, that you've been told has been a threat this entire time. It is now your chance to try and, make your case on whether or not you want to join them or not. I'm going to open up redemptions. This is your chance to say whatever you want to say. Cheese to meet you, everyone. Crying is a free action, Luigi. Oh my god, there's some big ones here. Omogus. I'm going to reject that one. Pause. We like the soap too. Sorry, I forgot. Tearfully tell your life story up till this point. I know I'm a stranger. I'm not... Okay, I'm not going to read all of that unless if it wins, but there's a lot of words there. Do a backflip. Do a little dance. Hello, everyone. Cheese to meet you. Why do we need to fight? There's a G in front of fight there. I think that was a typo. Go up there, start clapping. Sit down, keep clapping. Interesting choice. Punstar has a long thing as well. We're only getting joining if we get cool-ass drip like Adams. Firstly, thank you for the soup. Secondly, thank you to my dad. Thirdly, I apologize how my nation acted. The council sucks ass. We should do something about it. Stay for Soup Cat. All right, here's the poll. I'm going to read some of these longer ones for the benefit of people on After Hours. So there's one here that says, I know I'm a stranger, but I'm not a stranger to horrors like this. But time catches up on us, and time is what the kings will use to destroy us all. If you win with the loss of many. But there's one way to mitigate all this hurt. Assassination. Eat the powerful. Save the common person. Destabilize their monopolies. Oh, I didn't do multi-choice. Shit the bed. All right, this is like the most important vote so far, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that. Hold on. We like the soup too. Sorry, I forgot. What you were going to talk about? Tearfully tell your story up till this point. I'm going to remake the poll, so be ready to revote. I'm sorry, I didn't have multiple choices on. Do a backflip. You should be able to do a backflip and a little dance and explain how you want to overthrow the monarchy. I will give you those options. Luckily, I can just... All right, create. Copy. Paste. That one has multiple choice, right? Choose as many as you'd like. All right, I got it. We fixed it. Vote. I apologize for using like old OG. I could have sworn I drew a better picture of Bree at some point. Like I redid Bree. But I can't seem to find it anywhere. I guess I didn't. The Bree, this is not a good picture. Don't even. That's a jank drawing of Bree. Do the Mouse Kingdoms have a unified language? Yes. By the way, what are Bree's pronouns? I have no idea. I've been saying he, just as a default, but I would assume that he is correct, but that's just because I've been calling them that. I don't claim to have say over that. Was it he? Okay. They, them. Bree is non-binary. I know no is no non-binary. And I'm absolutely shocked and saddened for non-binary people that somehow no from the town of nowhere ended up being good non-binary representation. That will never leave me in my brain. You deserve a lot better than that. Holy shit. That's not even a joke. I'm just like, what the fuck? We love them. I mean, listen, Noah's a great character, but they're an absolute goblin. Like, someone post the poll again. All right. So there's a couple options here that are winning. Let me see if any of these are... All right, I'm going to read the comment on the poll. PogChamp clap. Thank you, RevPogbot. You stand up in front of a lot of people and you say, "Hello, everyone. Cheese to meet you. The war out there is completely misleading. One of my first jobs was to get and distribute propaganda from a squirrel panner around the borders towns. Towns are unfinished. Deer tanks are unstocked. Mice villages are last very little, either from the pirates or for poor support from after the war. King Ava's expansion has been fast, but not been well thought out. There's a chance to strike or convince the population with this knowledge. Let me explain to you my entire life story up until this point and how the council and King Ava specifically lied to me. Also, thank you for the soup. Cheese to meet you, everyone. Generally speaking, people seem to be applauding in the weird way that they do here, waving their limbs around as appropriate. Because what you're saying seems to be vibing with them in general. And maybe one last poll to decide whether or not you stay. Like, what is your solution to... I mean, the war is bad. You guys have decided that you agree on that point. You dislike that. I'm going to open up redemptions again, and I'm going to stay for Soup Cat. Maybe we can stay a little longer until we figure something out. Steal Soup Cat. You're going to kidnap a child. Convince Knifetail to make a case in front of the council. Maybe I can go back and sow dissent. Tearfully rally the audience and announce our staying and helping fight back. Stay, but try and recruit Abe and the others so they don't die. I don't really know how you're going to do that from the other side of the war line, but I mean, it's a thing you can think about doing. So, doubt. Obligatory leave home. Leave to go home option, sure. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pause redemptions there and complete all. And allow multiple choices. Okay, triple checked. There we go. Poll. Vote. Yeah, it was a good choice there, Ash. Honestly, that was a good option. Even if you don't agree with it, it's good to have it on the list. Vote. Well, this is going to be the last session, this is going to be the last session of this season. We're going to be switching it up to a different series for a while after this one because this series is a little too heavy for now, and I personally need a little bit more levity in my life, and I also need to get away from the asset drawing thing because I would like to stream more. I would like to have more time to do paintings and stuff. It will be a new series, and this one will just go on hiatus until things in the world calm down just a bit. If you're enjoying this, give me a follow if you're not already following me. I assume that most of the people who are here have been here for a minute, but we're almost to 50,000 followers, and I'm going to keep banging on that drum. Well, thank you, Lieutenant Shadows. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you realize how much this series means to me and how much all of this means to me, and it means a lot. Yeah, it would be nice to have more rev edits. I just don't have time. That's the other thing. So a series like The Town of Nowhere where the assets are a little bit simpler would be nice. But according to the poll, the top 3 say, maybe I can stay for a little while longer so we can figure something out. Stay for the Soup Cat. Offer to stay and possibly run a secret operation as their agent on the inside. Maybe I can go back and sow dissent. All of those are within like 9 votes of each other, but they're all the same vibe, you know? Generally, this is met with the waving of limbs, and that is where we'll call it for now. And I think next season, you guys can figure out exactly where you want to go with that plan. The first 4 are stay. They're stay for, you know, slightly different like vibes on how you want to go about it, but either way, it's work with the you know, Black Paw terrorist organization. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna go ahead and double check and make sure. Oh, there is art. Let's see if there's let me go and pull this up so you guys can see. It was amazing. We got this one art from Punstar Tracer of Adam just standing there saying, "Just a doctor." I really like designing him. Orthogonal Caster rightfully pointed out, if you're a patron of mine on patreon.com/RevScarecrow, you might have noticed that this design was in my sketchbook like a year ago, along with a majority of the people in this episode, actually. But yeah, that's where the series ends for now. Obviously, we can come back to it later, but I'm super excited about the next one. It's gonna have a lot more monsters in it. The cute, tall, dark, and handsome single kind. Chapter name. Hostage. Chapter 13. Hostage. That's a good enough name, right? I didn't really think of a name for this one. On the Other Side. That's a good name for this chapter. On the Other Side. Chapter 13. On the Other Side. Chapter 13. Revelations. How about this? Chapter 13. Revelations on the Other Side. But yeah. Probably going to take a little bit of break from this, at least until the end of next month. There's a lot of art that I need to make, like, from scratch to get the next series going. But I do want to start it sooner rather than later because I was describing some of the elements in the next story to my wife, and she was laughing. And she said, that's horrifying. They'll love it. And, they're just going to hit on that one, right? And I said, yes. Yes. So Tilda's looking out for y'all. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you tomorrow with something else. If the wife has off tomorrow, we're doing probably Doom. Otherwise, we'll do Valhalla. So new game tomorrow either way. We might do a little bit of Devil May Cry in the morning. I'll see you guys tomorrow.